going live.
I want to follow everyone on TikTok.
Live.
Oh, and so is Justin Trudeau.
We're live.
We're competing with the Prime Minister of Canada right now. Just FYI. He's live too.
That's good.
Hey.
Look at my Canadian mug too. What you drinking?
Beavers out.
There we are.
Yeah, a little Canadian beaver. And Sarah.
We live. We finally made it.
Cute. You don't drink Monsters? When did you drink Monster?
Since they were $3 cheaper in stock at Publix.
I was gonna say, are you going in like the safekeeping like fuel? Are we? Yeah, we're live, right?
Yeah, so we're live now.
Hey world. Hi Facebook. We got people watching us. Look at that. Better than us yesterday. Huh?
Live here again with my lovely familia over at Champion Title. We got that up. Look at that. We got
you are echoing, but I feel like it's not too bad.
I'm
It's
echoing?
not too bad. Yeah, but it's not obnoxious, so you're good.
This room
I tell you.
because there's nothing in here.
Yeah,
Hey Dan, I dug this out for you today.
Ooh.
Where'd you get that?
I have one of those that was.
It's on the desk so I can match you.
I don't know. I think it might still be over there. I don't know. All right, so whatever. We're live. Hey, what's up, girls?
Hi.
Hola.
So live here.
Look, Juan's with us too.
Again, Title Talk, like every week, we are rocking it. So I'm here with the amazing Shay and Andrea. I'm sorry, I'm in a room that echoes so freaking bad. Because
We can just take this over from here, Dan. Goodbye.
I'm speaking into the mic so I can try and make it better.
That's a little better. No?
Ooh, so I have to speak to you guys like this today. Hold on. We'll try and be like
I'm gonna watch the viewers go down really quick. Watch.
Hold on. We're gonna try to be like a regular show today. We'll have this up like this. Hi, we're live with the radio station of 100.3 with Champion Title. Hi, Champion.
What's been your guys' favorite like quarantine snack?
Oreo cookies.
Really?
Love them. Cheez-Its.
You, Dre?
The quarantine snack?
Okay. All right.
Like what you been snacking on?
Champion Title, tell me how many closings, not how many closings, how many.
We don't give up that.
How many different closings are you guys doing now? Tell us about the different closings, the different paperwork, how awesome it is out there today. Let's rock.
So as you were logging on, Shay, Dan and I were talking about some things that we could kind of like discuss on this one that were different from the other lives.
Yeah,
and
of course.
we're going through the different types of closings. So not just so much more like the drive-through and the remote and the mobile and curbside closings, but more along the lines of what's the difference with our buyer closings, our seller side closings, our refi closings, and more so like our investment style closings. So if we're doing SIMO, same days, people purchasing maybe on the same day that they're closing on their sale, things like that. So just so you know where we're going in with that and talking about the time.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing. We're talking about the different types of closings with Andrea and Shay, because you guys have had several different types and everything is still going like normal. So how many types of closings are there? Let's start there.
So let's start with the residential stuff. So you have a traditional residential closing. Old school would be buyer and seller in the exact same closing room, but nowadays everyone likes to make it difficult, and we schedule them on 2 separate days and times and places like that. So you have what's the new normal would be a buyer side closing and then a seller side closing.
Thank you.
And the seller side closing is usually the fastest, the smallest stack of papers. Yeah, let's start like that. And then a buyer side closing, that's a cash transaction.
And watch out, someone's gonna screenshot that.
And then buyer side with the lender package is like the one where you better stretch your fingers. Then we go to what we do like our investment and wholesale closings. and those are usually 2 buyer side closings, 1 seller side closing. So you've really got 3 wrapped into it, but you're kind of doing 2 as 1. So we call it a simultaneous closing, simos. And then you have, what's after that? Refis, super easy.
Nice. So what have
And
you guys been seeing the most of during this shitty time?
It's not shitty. It's been great. I mean, I feel like in business in our window, we're
Not
really
shitty
lucky
for
to have it.
It's not shitty for business. It's just shitty because we're on house arrest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what
I
have you
mean,
been seeing the most of?
I know we've seen an influx of refinances as well. I feel like people are listening and noticing that, you know, I might, if I don't feel like moving, it's just not in my cards right now, like let's refinance, take advantage of the rates for sure. And a lot of these lenders are really giving a lot of good education, and choose, you know, having really good title partners where we know what to do. We know how everyone works and kind of fitting into that mold of how each lender works. And we just do it and get it out and make sure everyone's happy. And I have a lot of refis.
Yeah.
You know.
You've seen a lot of refis too, and that's interesting because I know I was talking with some mortgage folks, and the refis are kind of well, not the refis, the cash out refis they've seen come to a halt because the bank is trying to protect themselves. So you're seeing just straight refis, just to try to take advantage of the new lower rates in the program. Nice. What else, Andrea? I'm sorry.
Some refis that we have in are pushing back to the next month, and the reason for that would be they're trying to let the rates drop again before they rate lock.
Yeah.
That, or they're just extremely busy right now with everything that's happening, reduced staff, and so they're having to push them back a little bit.
Oh, understood.
Yeah. So we roll with it.
As a realtor, Dan, which side of the closing do you feel like was easier? Was it your SIMO closes, your buyers, or your seller side closings?
I found that the investment and the SIMO closings were the most easiest for me to do. I really enjoyed that process. The retail process of the close was a pain in the ass for me because I had to be there and deal with it. However, the real estate investment closes that we do, that's awesome because it's just kind of in and out. The investors hardly ever show up. You just do a mobile close and I don't have to talk to anybody. So I like that. But but you guys make everything easy. So I love Champion Title.
Good answer. But that is interesting though. Some people are like you, much better at that. The SIMO closings, and some people prefer the residential. So it's really, I mean, we've been really lucky to work with a vast amount, different agents and how they work in their businesses, and being able to support them in their success has been really cool.
Yes. And have you seen, I know last week, because this is Title Talk again, we are live here with Title Talk with Champion Title. Again, this is a weekly visitation that I get for my visitation rights and my jail day. Cynthia, that's my wife. She has me in prison here, but I get visitation rights with Champion Title once a week. So I'm here. And last week you had mentioned that a lot of the buyers' closings were getting delayed or canceled due to shit happening. So what did you see this week? Same thing, or are they coming back to life?
The VOEs, the verification of employment, totally. I would say the number one reason a buyer's side is having trouble and either delaying or backing out.
I've had both delays, addendums where we're pushing into like, by on or before August. And some are completely backing out altogether. But
close date, right? Okay, so like, if your close date's the 15th and we're on the 12th and we don't have docs or doc package or clear to close, they're having to go renegotiate and try and get extensions to make the deal stay because there's no way that lender's going to hit that target. And we're also trying to protect our back office a little bit better through these times because we do have lenders and we understand that they're trying to make things happen last minute. They finally get a clear to close and they want to close within the next day. And our schedule's full, or we can't have a mobile closer. We don't have time to get all parties on the same page. So we're trying to get people to give us a heads up and enough time,
Yeah.
but it's been a fine dance that we're learning. But
It has been. And it's,
if I
you know,
can
lucky for us, we can.
so much juju to the lenders right now, because that's
Yeah.
kind of the major holdup right now with closings.
Yep. I was just talking to someone about that. They're like, what's been, you know, on your guys' side, title, you know, we've rolled with everything. We picked up our computers. We've been a cloud-based system forever. Nothing's changed in our operations. It's even gotten better. You know, we work really well together, but it's all been on our, you know, the winding side. I think we're kind of rolling with, and just all the updates and, you know, fitting into what's changing every day. For
Yeah.
sure.
So can you guys hear me better now?
Yes.
I've been able to hear
Ooh,
you,
look
Dan.
at that. I took the mic off the stand.
This is his
Now I
moment.
can be like like that. I'm here
Give
with
us a champion rap. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
you
so
do it.
business as
closing
usual.
wrap.
You said you had a really good week. You saw a steady flow of business still. You guys were able to get a few small signings, but then 2 large full closings through the drive-through. You were saying that's pretty cool. And you're only in the drive-through, you said, for maybe 15 to 20 minutes, and you guys get it all handled. So that's
Seller side.
Seller side.
seller side, yes. And
Someone's like, buyer side, 15 minutes. Let's do this.
I have a question. Do you guys see anything? Have you guys seen anything cause delays due to like change of appraisal or anything? Or are the appraisals that were already in good to go and that hasn't caused anything? And then also I have a question about getting the title checks from like the counties or the states, or getting information back from there. Are they still working in a timely manner, or are they backed up, or are they delayed due to lack of help because people are home?
I'll start with the last one because that's the question I remember best at the moment.
Yeah, you mean the appraisals, right?
You do appraisal, Shay. I'll tackle
No,
it.
the appraisals, I'm out, man, I'm out.
So county delay is still the only one that has released that they've actually shut down parts of the recording office is Osceola. So they've already gone on and made a full-on announcement about their delays. But as far as Orange County, Seminole, you know, some of the other counties in Central Florida, they haven't reduced staff or changed up their operations exactly, but they are on a delay. So even though once we get everything executed, our team, our post closers, they go in and they record everything normally electronically, unless the county that we're working with doesn't accept e-recording. And within, I don't know, 48 hours, at least 5 days, everybody can see on public record that it's been updated, meaning that it's now recorded, the property's out of the previous owner's name and into the buyer's name. Now they're like going 3 to 4 weeks. So we make sure that everyone that we send home knows that they have a copy of the executed deed, a copy of the executed settlement statement, and knows that we've sent it off for e-recording. So there's actually a form that's added to all the closing packages, and it's a gap affidavit. And then there's one other one, and these are forms that have come through since COVID, and it's essentially outlines with legal jargon that I can't get into, but it says that it's covering for that gap of time period from when the county actually updates their records and the date of the closing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great answer. So
Well, I feel like it also is us in our back office making sure that we are updating, you know, getting updates on like how is the turnaround time for lien searches and stuff. We have a really good vendor that we use. I had a closing it came to me on the 9th, and it was a hefty amount, and we closed on the 17th. It's supposed to be closing on the 20th, but we made sure we were in contact, and I made sure I was in contact with everyone, you know, the city, the whoever, and making sure we rushed the estoppel. So we did it. I mean, it's possible. It's how your team works and how you're in touch with people. And of course, there's some things we cannot control, like Osceola and being delayed and shut down partially. But you know, we kick ass to make it work.
And estoppels, like we've been asking for some updates. This is one thing with title. Dan, I know you're really good about it with all your clients, but when we're doing, anytime we have to order something, so let's talk homeowners association, we have to order an estoppel, which tells us, are they paid up on their dues? What are the dues, et cetera, et cetera. if there's any type of monthly payment, same thing with a mortgage payment or anything that's like a monthly due. When we order the search or the document, let's say we ordered on the 15th of the month and we're closing on the 5th of the next month. If there's any payment made between that time span, you need to let your title company know so that we can order an update or anticipate that we need to get an updated account balance. Because sometimes what will happen is we order it on the 15th, the HOA tells us there's monthly dues that's still owed for the month, that current month. We get towards closing date, we release our statements and our CDs, and on there, we're collecting from the seller, the homeowners association dues, and the seller saying, I already paid that. I paid it on the 1st. Well, the problem with that is you're really close to your closing date. The homeowners association hasn't updated their ledger and their records, and they for sure haven't sent us anything about it. So we have to go back to them and say, our understanding is that our seller made a payment. Can you please check that you posted it and send us an updated estoppel or send us an updated ledger confirming that you do have those dues. And then once we confirm that, we can remove it from what we would be collecting on the statement and CD. And that way the seller's not, in essence, double paying. Although they would always get it back at the end. If there's any sort of overpayment, we'd always return it to the client. It's much easier process if we're made aware of it during. So we always, Shay and I, when we're doing our calls and follow-ups and we're helping schedule the closings right now, we're always asking our clients to ask their clients if they've made any payments so that we can make sure we've got all the numbers accurate.
Yeah, we do a lot of preventative questions so we don't have those problems at the very last minute. Hi.
Hey, hi.
Glasses.
He's like your daughter. Hi, and out of here. I don't know. They're asking me to turn down the volume of this computer, and I don't know how.
Oh, you're loud? We're loud in your house? Hey, guys.
Well, I'm in that room where it's like loud, so.
Yeah, echoing all through the house.
So I don't know what I'm doing here, but so that's awesome and fun. And know your worth, then add tax. I like it behind you there.
Yes, sir.
So it seems like title is just business as usual, huh?
Speaking for ourselves at Champion, I don't know, I think that's the importance of having a good title partner and having someone that you can call up. My agents, they know, and especially with Andrea, they can text and call me anytime if they necessarily don't want to go to a closer yet, or if it's just something they just want to get in touch with me about. We're on top of everything. We have a really good line of communication. This is really, I'm just watching Dan, line of communication with our back office and us.
Putting on protection, guys.
Oh my God.
I want to make sure that nothing happens to my microphone.
I can't.
All right, there we go. How about now? How about now?
There's so many jokes that I don't know if Facebook needs to hear my jokes right now.
Does that work now better with this on there? Hello?
I think it's great. I think you've been great from the get-go, Dan.
Okay. I have a question. So in this situation, have you had to get the attorneys involved more now than you've had to in the past because of situations that are going on now, or has it been just the same old?
I would say it's been kind of the same old, because every 20 closing, someone wants to maybe just talk to an attorney. Usually it's just like asking questions and we're good. Not so much, someone coming in and having an attorney step in and smash the whole quote. Like, it's never been anything dramatic. I don't think so, Dre, unless you have some problem children files.
And
now
now
a lot of those, but now
a lot of it, but it is for that advice. Like, hey, can we just ask the attorneys, and we ring them in and they, give their advice, whether it has to be escalated into law or just, they tell us in title what we need to do. So it's been really helpful now, because a lot of people do have questions. A lot of people are concerned because and that's our job to educate them along the process and how it works in title.
Yes, and working
even
with,
when I sold my own house and I was in real estate, I had no idea what was going on. I turned into a client. I'm like, I don't know.
and I know
what's happening?
Obviously, Shay, you have never worked with a company in real estate before other than taking photos, but you have, Andrea. And tell
not in title, at least. I used to admin a really high producing team.
Talk about talk about Jessica and Shay. I mean, Jessica and Shay, Jessica and Sarah, and how important it's been, or how much better it's been to work for a company now that has attorneys, and talk about how involved they are and,
So I'll
and
get
how to
super,
help the clients.
yeah, I'll get super real on this topic.
Yeah, Drea's got some good.
When
She's
I
the one to
first
talk to.
started in title, we actually, I always call it pitching. So my salespeople out there know what I'm talking. I pitched against attorneys. There is no reason you need attorney title. Why would you pay these, crazy attorney fees if you need this or that? And I would get in front of a room full of people that, were talking about how they always want to only use attorneys for their closings. And I'd always, survey the room, whoever has had to have an attorney on a legal, aspect in one of their closings. And you'd never get a hand raised. And if that one hand in an entire room, and I'd say, okay, so then you're really not using the attorney aspect. So why are you going with someone like that can't offer all of the other added benefits and resources that your traditional title company would? Fast forward several years later, and I saw the light. So I totally and it's, I think because we're a hybrid, it's amazing. We do
That's
have,
what I was just gonna say. It's the hybrid part of it.
we have the resources and the sales and support staff for all of our clients. We also have, the large underwriters, and we're set up like a normal title company, but we have 24/7 oversight and attorney management, and our owners are amazing. Their backgrounds as far as sales, branding, how involved they are
They
with it,
literally kick ass. Like,
amazing to
amazing.
have on our team, let alone for our clients to have access to them the way they do. Super intelligent owners, and always steering us in the right direction. And it helps to have those attorneys. There are so many times
It
that
does.
question or quick text to Jess or Sarah,
I figured it out.
deal goes a completely different way. Also, the fact that we can refer in and out between us and Kendrick Law Group makes the process super easy, smooth. We are a well-oiled machine at this point. So I always think back to those days where I pitched against attorney title, and look at me now. Especially we're competitively priced the same as a title company. Why wouldn't you take advantage of it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are like, oh, well, you have attorneys. Like, how much is that? I'm like, you're getting closed in title fees the same as you would. You just have access to it, the attorneys. Obviously, if it goes into like a KLG case, that's, they try to do as much as they can, especially if they're closing with us. I've seen them do
A nice rate or a nice package deal.
Yeah.
Because you're using, a partner.
And,
And
okay, that's awesome, because I know that it's important for buyers, not just somebody like a residential buyer, but for the large portfolio buyers. It's important to them to have access to an attorney that knows what they're doing. And then
I was gonna say, and they understand title, they understand real estate, like they've been in the trenches of like making this title company what it is, so, and figuring everything out. So they understand the language. They're not, out of touch with it. And it's been really a blessing to be a part of this.
And another question I had was, how, I saw you guys post something the other day, or say something the other day, where you're trying to help people out regarding fees. I saw there were some fees
Oh, the wiring.
you guys
for the,
announced that you guys might be helping out with, or discounting, or waiving. I don't remember what it was, but I know that you guys said we're trying to help out with certain things, so utilize us for this.
Mhm.
Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, you were talking about how the offices, a lot of real estate offices are closed, right? So we weren't doing the fees to wire them their commissions and stuff, and getting DAs and everything ahead of time. I remember that was, I think, last week you said that.
Yeah, so we're waiving all of the outgoing wiring fees. So before, it's standard with title companies that we'll cut a check, or we'll cut one wire out for the commissions or that side of the transaction. But it's very common now that you have a team. And so we get disbursement authorizations, or a simple DA, a disbursement authorization, and it tells us how to divvy up the funds. So brokerage gets XYZ amount, transaction coordinator gets XYZ amount, could even be team lead gets this amount, and then realtor gets this amount. So if you've got 4 or 5 difference, we used to just offer either one wire or one check, and we'd overnight it. So number one, we're wanting it to go quickly and smoothly, so we're waiving the outgoing wiring fees. Also, for to stay, as sanitary as possible. I hate that word. It sounds so weird, but
I know it sounds so sanitary.
and deliveries. Also, brokerages aren't in their brokerages right now, so not everyone's there. And it eliminates the agents having to go pick up their checks from their brokerage, those types of things. So
I've had people and agents reach out to me who are just, now using us or whatnot. And they're like, you've made it so easy. You've made literally everything easy. They feel like they've had to do like extra work in there. They're realizing they don't when they use stuff like our systems like Qualia, and they don't have to hound down a lot of stuff because we have that automated, really streamlined of communication. So I've had people, reach out to me and like, I'm really glad. And everyone's made it really easy. And everyone really, we get such good feedback. We do.
Awesome. So again, Title Talk with Champion Title. And sorry, every time I clear my throat, I get a text from my wife saying, you are so effing annoying when you clear your throat. So I'm like, damn, I keep doing it. It's a bad habit. Sorry, world, Facebook world.
It's all right. And, and I'll probably tag myself in here. And me and Drea were really easy to, just reach out to and get a hold of, even if you don't use us, if you have a question, if you just need any marketing, social media ideas right now. Like we're both really, we have a good system for all that stuff. So you can reach us.
Yeah, please reach out to them. And I can vouch, I'm sure Jessica and Shay, call me names under their breath, but
I love that he's calling Sarah Shay. Like this is the biggest compliment of my life right now.
Jessica and
I wish
Sarah, I'm looking at Shay and I'm thinking Sarah, but Jessica and Sarah, I'm sure they do. But I text them all sorts of crazy questions sometimes.
They love you.
They want to text me back, but they are totally open to answering questions. So in the past, I've reached out to different attorneys and I'm like, hey, can I give a client your cell phone number? Can I give a client your contact? Oh no, you have to call my office. It's 188. I'm the lawyer. Ha ha ha. Whatever. Right?
I had a client who came over to us because they couldn't get on the phone with an attorney without paying them an amount. And I had them on the phone with Sarah.
And I contact them and they're like, give them my cell, have them reach out.
Yeah.
Like these are amazing. Saying, hey, I'm fine with it. Give them my personal cell. So you guys are very hands-on. I love it. We're going to do more title talk next week, right? Let's see some good stuff we have next week. And if you guys need a title company, look, if you're very happy using yours, keep using yours. But if you want to give Champion Title a try, they're here for you. They're awesome, convenient, helpful, knowledgeable, attorney owned. And
we're all over the county now.
I like them and you would too. Let's get ready to rumble.
We should use that as like our B-roll, like to every closing, like Dan going in. Let's get ready to rumble.
Here with Champion Title.
That'll be on our custom closing menu, the Dan Ward closing. Do you want it? Do you really want it?
And we will virtually close your deal this year because that's all we can do right now. All right, ladies, love you. I have so much fun talking to you.
I'm really excited for your next person, the Make-A-Wish gal.
Yes.
So I'll be watching.
I've got Make-A-Wish coming on at 1:00. She's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. That's the other cool thing about Champion. We're charity centric. We give back.
Mrs. Kendrick happens to be the chair of that program, and that's awesome, amongst many others. But yeah, I'll have the CEO and president of Make-A-Wish on today at 1:00, and she's a rock star. She's awesome. She's been involved for years. We love her. We missed the Wishmakers Ball that was supposed to happen last week. However, it'll be here in August and we'll talk about it. We're going to talk about a lot of cool things, how her and Jessica were able to, and Mr. Hamlin were able to get Grant Cardone involved this year. So that was huge. Yeah. And
it's amazing.
It'll be a fun conversation. So everybody tune in to Granting Wishes.
I wonder if you can find out, you know how Jessica put a picture of everyone on that stage at the, I think it was the 10X conference, like did 10 grand. I want to know how much it ended up being. Cause you saw, I was trying to count everyone on the stage and I was like, I wonder how, like, I would get excited about how much they raised for.
Yeah.
Well, so you have to ask.
Well, if you have any questions that you would like to be asked, please
I will. I'll put that in.
Private message me and I will ask
Make-A-Wish those questions.
And I'm gonna selfishly put a link to my virtual run in the comments here so everyone can
Do
sign up
it
for it.
because your virtual
raising-
run was awesome.
Yeah, we're raising money for the mental health organization of Central Florida. Sorry, it's a really
Bam.
big one.
There
No
you
one's
have it.
talking about those side effects of everything right now. You know, we're talking about business and productivity, and there's some people who, you know, aren't there. They're losing their
And-
jobs, and they're,
And
you know, they were
we
already
are
at
not only raising money for them, we are also clients. No, I'm just.
Everyone should be though. Everyone should be okay with checking up on their mental health. It really should be. It's an okay conversation to talk about, and no one should be shamed about it for sure.
And I am still wondering how Sarah became man and woman of the year at that post you guys had yesterday. That was very interesting.
Oh,
to
was that?
me.
I didn't even see that.
Man and woman of the year. I was very impressed.
She ate the man. He's gone. He's gone.
She's gone
Like,
from
Connor,
being
we don't
woman
need you.
everything she does to now she can even be man of the year as well. Incredible.
How badass she is.
Yep.
Yep.
She's
All
like-
right, champion. Love you, girls.
Bye, Dan.
Sorry
Bye.
for
Love
the
you, Dan.
echo, but that's where everybody's going to be today because that's all I got. All right.
Love you guys.
Peace out.
Bye.